the large-scale environment across the southeast. A weak frontal boundary has sagged into northern Florida, serving as our atmospheric catalyst. Behind it lies a gradually encroaching dry air mass, but ahead, moist tropical air remains dominant, with precipitable water values hovering near 1.8 to over 2 inches in parts of central Florida. These moisture-rich conditions remain classic for late August, coinciding with high sea surface temperatures and the diurnal heating typical of late summer. This setup primes the region for afternoon convection, especially along the inland and coastal sea breeze interfaces. In southeast Florida, think Miami down through the Treasure Coast, a convergence of effects is in motion. A lingering weak front draped across northern Florida allows moisture to advect southward. Meanwhile, a plume of mid-level vorticity is dropping along the peninsula, amplifying convection via enhanced lift. This generates strong showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, especially across inland areas and potentially along the East Coast Metro north of Alligator Alley. While coverage isn't uniform, isolated storms may bring street flooding, gusty winds, and frequent lightning. As the sun sets, the atmosphere stabilizes, leaving only residual, isolated activity overnight. Further north at Melbourne, a similar narrative unfolds. A frontal boundary approaching the northern peninsula coincides with p-watts exceeding 2 inches. Scattered to numerous afternoon storms are likely, carrying the same hazards: lightning, locally heavy rain, and gusts nearing 45 miles per hour. Tonight's aggressive rip current risk along Atlantic beaches underscores how ocean dynamics interplay with our convective regime. Northeast toward Jacksonville and southeast Georgia, a decaying trough once tied to our front now drifts eastward. A new cold front approaches from the northwest. Daytime heating and low-level convergence will spark scattered to numerous storms, especially over northeast Florida. Although the mid-level lapse rates remain modest, deep moisture, 1.8 to 2 inches, coupled with warm cloud depths above 13,000 feet, could yield intense rainfall rates, 2 to 3 inches per hour in spots. Locally, totals might reach 3 to 4 inches, especially near the St. Johns River Basin. As the front pushes southward overnight, drier air infiltrates. Expect p-watts to drop to around 1 inch or less, ushering in cooler, clearer conditions across southeast Georgia, low temperatures dropping into the mid to upper 60s under a drier air mass. Florida's peninsula sits with the Gulf to the west and the Atlantic to the east, perfect for the sea breeze collision storms we see almost daily in summer. In the interior, highs creep into the low to mid-90s, while coasts remain a bit cooler. The proximity to warm waters means the atmosphere is consistently primed with deep moisture. Meanwhile, northern Florida and southern Georgia begin to transition toward more typical diurnal convective patterns once the front settles and high pressure nudges in, leading to drier overnight conditions and daytime inland storm activity. Aviation and operational takeaways. To our pilots, anticipate afternoon thunderstorms with gusty winds and brief heavy downpours, especially between inland zones and coastal metro regions. Expect sub-VFR conditions during peak convective activity. Overnight into Tuesday, expect improving visibility in ceilings as drier air filters in up north, while routes of moist convection linger farther south. In a nutshell, a sagging front and associated mid-level vorticity are triggering a classic late summer convective regime across Florida. The peninsula's geography amplifies these dynamics, especially via sea breeze interactions. Southeast Florida continues to see isolated storms, while northeast Florida braces for more ample rainfall, then a drying trend briefly. Midweek sees a temporary return to more standard diurnal storms, before another moist trough lifts rain chances heading into the weekend. For aviators, midday storms are the key hazard, especially inland and during sea breeze collisions, with improving conditions overnight as drier air intrudes.